Hello, family. Good afternoon. Grand rising to all the black women. You're feeling pretty today. Every day. Yes, 21 minutes past the top of the hour. Karibuni sana to yet another beautiful conversation and another beautiful week. Hope your weekend was fantastic. And welcome to the Pan African Bliss right here on the Blackout Fire Network. My name is Joby. To those who are with us for the first time on YouTube, on BitChute, on the network, on the radio station, returning listeners on Spreaker, Spotify as well. Wherever this is catching you live from. Karibu sana. They call me JOBY. And of course, today we're going to be talking about news and updates of what has been happening during the weekend. Literally a lot coming from Guinea-Bissau. As we see, literally Ecowas has rejected the new transition that Guinea-Bissau is taking, and they're warning them with sanctions. This is something they usually do every single time. And when an African country is actually taking the right direction of true independency, we're going to be talking about that. Talk about what is happening in in Burkina Faso, as we look at Ibrahim Traore, who has banned the importation of artificial hair, literally what I'm wearing. And we're going to be talking also what about literally Africans, how they're expressing how they're tired of African leaders giving them poor leadership. And this video actually is directed by where we've seen Bola Tinubu is being called out for being a traitor, because recently we've seen so much information of how Nigeria is being used by the other Western nations. We've seen France recently showing how they're interested on one, two, three things, only to come figure out actually that the people behind the distraction of what is happening, what was trying to happen in Guinea-Bissau, literally. But we're going to be talking about that, and a lot also coming from that is in Kenya as well, literally in East Africa, where we've seen human rights abuse are calling out the East African as a risk regional they're saying it is at a risk regional stability, and so much also coming from the continent. Karibuni sana once again, but a quick reminder before we get started to get yourself the application on the Google Play Store. You can stay tuned all the time, rather catch the shows on a replay on all the rest of our streaming platform, rather on the network itself. We're on your TV, on Amazon TV, Roku TV. We are also on Android. We are on your phones, literally. Also, maybe if you're using a laptop, www.blackoutfirenetwork.com is the website. We have amazing organic supplements on the like of ashwagandha, multivitamin. For me, I like sharing some brain and focus. And we're going to be back after this with what is happening.
Unlock your full
Africa.
Potential with Brain and Focus, a powerful supplement designed to boost mental clarity, enhance memory, and sharpen concentration. Made from a blend of scientifically proven ingredients like ginkgo biloba, omega-3 and essential vitamins, Brain and Focus is crafted to fuel your mind. Our process ensures maximum potency and effectiveness, delivering the perfect balance of brain-boosting nutrients. Take just one capsule daily, as prescribed by your healthcare provider, and feel the difference. Whether it's powering through your workday or staying sharp in life's challenges, Brain and Focus keeps you at the top of your game. Stay sharp, stay focused, and stay ahead with Brain and Focus. Brain and Focus, fuel your mind, achieve more. Go get this product at blackhotfirenetwork.com at the Sports and Nutrition Store.
Questions that you might be facing, maybe difficulties on purchasing the product, ensure you email us, rather leave a message right down below on the sports page itself. We have an active chat where you can leave your questions, rather email us at kcnewsam15@gmail.com. Keith himself has told you guys that the supplements are working for him, so in case you're facing any issues, any health conditions, we have all the supplements right there for you. Bakaribu sana Keith, how are you doing today?
Sana, I'm okay. I'm okay about yourself.
I'm good. I can't complain. But yes, Karibuni sana to everyone who's just tuning in. Hit the like button as we start with Burkina Faso, which are still doing amazing transitions and major changes in the country. Towards the real independence. We've seen Ibrahim Traore during this weekend has banned the importation of artificial hair, commonly known as wigs, and this is from the white nations into the country. He's not given so many details into that, but we've seen, of course, he's a man towards Pan-Africanism so much, and it's something good for the country, literally. But looking at other African countries, literally, this is, I'd say, an industry that right now that has stood up for itself. If you talk about hair, if you talk about makeup, I've been talking about literally recently. It's been there, but I feel like in this generation, there's just a major change when it comes to beauty. There's so much investment. People are making money off beauty. People are making money off makeup, hair, and all that. But
it's amazing. He didn't ban makeup. He banned fake hair.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's part of, I'm saying if I try to look at other African countries, if this was to happen, like for Kenya, these are businesses for many people right now, even in Nigeria. Actually, there's a major business in Nigeria, the wig selling and all that. So I can't imagine if we had such a law literally being, pushed, because so many people are going to actually suffer, from this, like literally, the businesses are going to be shut.
It's been a big business since African women hate their hair and been told to hate themselves. No other woman putting on somebody else's head but African women. African women are the only ones that put on other people's head. Here, put on these hair hats. You got a bunch of white women putting on Afro wigs, a bunch of other people putting on Chinese Afro people wigs. There's only black women globally. So it's not just African black women globally, from South America to the islands and to America. Go ahead.
If you're educated, this has nothing to do with self-hate. It's part of embracing beauty. This has nothing to do with self-hate.
It ain't putting on hair that has nothing to do with you and your people. Why are black women putting on hair that's not theirs? Why are black women the only women on the planet putting on hair of other races of people? I'm asking if it's not something, because ain't nobody else doing it. I ain't find no Mexican with no fucking Afro hair. I ain't find no Chinese with no Afro hair. I'm not finding Caucasians with no Afro wig hair. So there's always a reason why this is going on with black women globally. It ain't about because some fashion or something. Because black women told that their features are ugly. That's what black women been told. Go ahead.
Again, I'll go back to today's generation, for those who understand maybe what I'm saying, and to the rest of the audience.
That's before your generation. You think black women have been wearing these fucking funky ass wigs before this generation? And you better go back to the 30s and 40s globally they've been wearing this shit because of self-hate, globally. And they started this generation. They've been wearing these funky ass wigs for 100 years now. Shit. This ain't just started. That's why he's saying what he's saying. Because I mean, he grew up with black women wearing wigs. This has been shit. Maybe before me and you were even born. This goes back over 100 years ago. Black women wearing these wigs globally. So they ain't nothing to do with this generation. Because it's $1 billion business. It couldn't be just this generation. I mean, it's intrinsic within black culture globally. That's why I can go to Brazil and Colombia. See black women with these wigs. Go to South Africa, wigs. Kenya, wigs. Ghana, wigs. America, wigs. Canada, wigs. UK, wigs. Black women. So this is systemic. So this ain't no generational thing. But
I don't think I'm going to explain much on that, but anyway, I'll say this has become more than just what you're looking at it. Like you said, it's a multi-billion-dollar business, and where people have learned to make money literally for themselves out of it. I don't need to go all the way to China to start for me to import wigs. We have people like right now literally who are opening schools to teach women how to start a wig from scratch, without going all the way to India or wherever, and do this right here in the country. And it's growing, but literally, without looking at it from a negative point from other countries, it's part of beauty. That's all I'm going to say. But anyway, as we continue, we have this lady who's talking about Tinubu being a traitor of Nigeria, and not just Tinubu, but literally most of the African leaders. And now African youth are getting tired of
most of them are with Tinubu, and the parliament in Nigeria was openly fighting because a lot of y'all understand that all your countries are never free. Your countries are bootleg countries. So with Nigeria, they can't fight Boko Haram. They can't never fight because they're told not to fight these people. So the white people that fund that shit. But they can take an army and go into Benin and stop a revolution. And people like, this doesn't even make any sense. Yes, it does. Your countries are controlled by white people. Always have been. And still are. That's why you're poor and backwards. So you can go fight your neighbor in Benin and stop them from getting freedom, but you're not going to stop it because eventually it's going to happen anyway. But you can't fight the terrorists snatching up children, killing people in your own raggedy, fucked up country. You can't do that. With Tinubu ugly ass. It's got to be one of the ugliest niggas in goddamn Africa. Ugly and retarded looking. So you can't do that, right? You can't give your people peace and security and build stable lives for them. But you can. The white man says, "Hey, one of these Negro countries are getting free and fucking up my money. You get to work." You can do that. And now Nigeria is threatening to invade Burkina Faso. I wish you would. I want that to happen. I wish you would do it. There needs to be a goddamn war in Africa. I'm waiting for that. I need to be one. So then it can be continuous. It needs to be a world war in Africa of all black nations. That's what's got to happen. There's got to be a bootlick cleaning going on. So we might have to invade Burkina Faso. Please, Nigeria, please. Your country don't support you. Your country's backward. It's fucked up. You're ignorant. I wish you would. I want you to do it. Instead of talking about it, be about it. Do it. Go ahead, Joby.
Oh yeah, let me share this video.
We are all watching you send your jets to Burkina Faso, a country that has been stabilized by the King of Africa. We are watching you as you thwart the coup of liberation for the people of Benin. You, Tinubu, are working with their country that has basically meant that people, black Africans and black people of Haiti will never ever find freedom. And you, Bola Tinubu, whatever your name is, you are working with a colonizer. We have seen that African lives do not matter.
All your countries, lady, are working with the colonizer. It's not just his ass. He just, excuse me. The spotlight is just on him. All your fucking fake countries, lady, are working with the colonizers. Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, all of them work for the cracker. Look, you're just waking up finally. He's just in the forefront. Nigeria, working for the white man. They all do, lady. They all do. This is the dirty secret. They all work for white people. They all suck white dick. This is known, except for the African. He just now is in your face. He can't fight no Boko Haram, but they can go fight Benin, stop them from getting freedom, because that's the white man's money. See, France and Europe, they're going broke, they're poor. So now it's a re-scramble for Africa again. And then they no way, they're not gonna let Africa go without a fight. So I said, it's got to be a goddamn war. You'll get down or you'll lay down. Go ahead.
Has basically been pivotal to the torture and mass unaliving of Africans. And yet you, instead of working with other Africans to find liberation, you have decided to be the self-appointed confidant of the persecutors of Africans. I am so sorry, but you know what? Africans are on the rise. It doesn't matter that the coup was thwarted in Benin, but Africa shall be free.
Yeah, so speaking about Africans is on the rise, of course, I have this other video explaining. We're talking about how they cannot, no matter how many times, no matter how many pandemics, VACCIN is they bring, they can't get rid of the Africa population because it keeps rising, it keeps doubling or tripling. And if you look at the ability of African women, despite their fake science, you know, when you get to a certain age, you can't give birth, you can't.
That's hope, exactly. That's their, I'm glad you said, that's their fake side. That's their women. That's their barren black women. You can have babies 60, 70, 80 years old if you eat it right. That's your science. That's your history. That's your history, not theirs. These ain't even people. That's Asians and Caucasians, other and Indians, not you. Your clock has nothing to do with theirs. Nothing. That's their fake science that they put on you. Has nothing to do with you at all. Exactly. Go ahead.
Making it the largest workforce on the planet. 1 in every 4 people. By 2050, Africa's population will reach 2.5 billion, making it the largest workforce on the planet.
And let me say something. And let me say something. I've already told you the Chinese population is fake. Remember, they lie. There's no billion Chinese people in no fucking China. There may be about 500 million, but ain't no, those numbers are all lies. Told you. The African is the majority on the planet. It's going to become a super majority in 20 more years. That's how fast. 20 more years, Africa become a super majority. We're already the majority. I'm like, oh, Chinese, that's a lie, a lie, a lie, a lie. Indian population is a goddamn lie. If you go deep into the numbers and investigate it, it is a lie, a lie, a lie, a lie. There are no fucking billion Chinese people. That is a motherfucking lie. To keep you, the Chinese got a billion people in such a big country, it's a fucking lie. Because all you gotta do is extrapolate them not able to have any children. They've been having one child for the last 50 years. So ain't no fucking billion Chinese, but there never was. These are all been lies. Understand, the numbers always lies. African people, with all the murder they've done of us, of millions, we've always been the majority because we are the original people. We've always been the majority on this fucking planet. And we always will. But now we're going to a super majority. I think they say 1 every 4. God damn it. I'm saying 1 in every 3 would be African. 1 in every 3. So no matter what you do, what you try to stop, the African will rule this motherfucker. Again. Not no Asians. There's a billion Chinese people. Yeah, okay. That's some shit they told you, stupid. Maybe about 500 million of them. That's it. That's it. I bet my life on it. Billion Chinese people. You don't get the hell out of here with that bullshit. Go ahead, Joe.
4 people in the world will be African, and it's not just rising in numbers, but rather in power. Africa is not only home to the fastest growing economies, but it also controls the most valuable resources on Earth.
Resources in the
This
world.
continent
Yeah, how
is
about
sitting on a
that?
gold mine, not just of gold and oil, but of the strategic minerals that
Of
fuel modern
everything.
technology. Lithium, cobalt, rare earth elements. These are not just raw materials. They are the foundation of the AI revolution, electric cars, and military defense systems. Without them, the global economy as we know it would grind to a halt. And for decades, the West has controlled these resources, extracting them cheaply while keeping Africa weak and dependent. But now, that's changing. Fast. China is investing billions into African infrastructure, securing direct trade and mining agreements that bypass Western corporations. Russia is expanding its military influence, making strategic alliances with African nations that are now rejecting Western control. And most importantly, African nations themselves are starting to push back. Governments are taking control of their industries, cutting out middlemen, and demanding higher profits from their own natural wealth. This shift isn't just about economics. It's a global power struggle. The West isn't just watching Africa rise, it's afraid of what that means. Because if Africa truly takes control of its resources, the entire balance of global power will shift. For decades, Africa's vast wealth was controlled by Western corporations and multinational banks. These companies came in, extracted resources, and left behind very little for the African people. Rich in oil, gas, minerals, and agricultural land, Africa should have been one of the wealthiest continents on Earth. Instead, it was trapped in a system where most of the profits left the continent.
It's still the richest continent on Earth. They just don't control none of the shit. Because bootlicks and handkerchief head and fucking cows. It still is the richest continent. It should have been, it's still the richest continent on the planet. They just don't control shit. Except for praying to fake Jesus and Allah. That's what these niggas control. Fake goofy religions. Everybody gets rich off Africa's backs. Go ahead, Joe.
Was a cycle of debt, instability, and foreign dependency. But today, African leaders are waking up to this reality. More and more, governments are renegotiating contracts, demanding better trade deals, and in some cases, nationalizing industries to ensure that African wealth stays in Africa. This is exactly what the West does not want. At the same time, China and Russia have entered the game.
They want you to privatize. They want you to privatize all your assets so they can steal all your shit and you stay poor. And these dumbass fucking morons that they put in power just break Africa blind and keep everybody impoverished, but they're white masters. That's been the scam since they gave them the fake independence. That's been the scam. That their families can get rich while Africans stay impoverished and everybody gets wealthy and everybody's civilization is built off of African people's backs. And then you get to be shipped to a fucked up country actually poorer than yours as a slave. You get to go be somebody's fucking maid, somebody's houseboy, but you get raped and treated like shit when you actually the richest people on the planet. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. When the Arabs should be shipping you, their fucking people, for them to be your goddamn servant. Not the other way around. Go ahead, Joe.
An alternative to Western control. China, in particular, has taken a completely different approach to Africa than the US or Europe. Instead of treating Africa as a charity case, China sees it as a business partner. Over the last 2 decades, China has poured over $200 billion.
China doesn't see Africa as a business partner. They see it as dumbass niggas. And we're coming with a different approach because instead of Europeans don't like their ass and enslave their stupid ass. China said, okay, we still need this shit from these stupid niggas, and we don't like. You know what you gotta understand? All these people don't like us. First, that's gotta be your first understanding when you grow up. Chinese, Asians don't like us. Russians don't like us. You need to be. That gotta be your first. So there's no partnership with people that don't like your ass. Okay. So since you know that, since you're an adult, you understand that. Okay, so why are they here? Oh, they're here because we're wealthy. So they're going to come at a different approach to enslave us some more. So they're going to give us loans and but conditions, not as bad as the IMF or the World Bank, but it's still going to be fucked up. Where they're still going to take all our ports, all our airports, and all our shit because our bootlicks are stupid. They're morons. They don't say how money works. They don't care as long as I got me. I'm the big chicken dinner. I'm the big head nigga. Got a little money, right? So they know you're gonna default on these debts, and I'm gonna take all your shit. So China's not there to help African people because they hate us. You get this? Ain't nobody come to help you that hates you. Instinctively, Chinese people hate African people. Everybody see all that shit happening in Kenya, Ghana, them beating up on people. No, they hate us. Okay? That's the first you gotta get in your mind. Africans gotta grow up. We have no friends but other Africans. That's gotta be your mantra. We have no other friends but other Africans. That's it, buddy. And you operate from that view. Okay, I got all the resources, so shit's gonna benefit me. I got all the numbers to go to fucking war. So shit's gonna benefit me. Now, you wanna come in? You wanna partake in some of my research? Cool. I'm gonna need the technology that you got. This is how you make real deals, not fake shit. 5 years, I need all this technology transferred to Africans. If it don't, you get the fuck out of my country. We're gonna let you have some of our damn our rare earth minerals and make phones and TVs and clocks. But in 5 years, everybody in my country better know how to do it themselves, or you gonna get your fuck ass out of here. That's not a goddamn opinion. It's a fact. In 5 years, my people better have every proprietary what I'm looking for, patent. Every proprietary patent better be in Africa, or your ass is out of here. You get that? Because Africans, you hold all the power. Do you understand that? You motherfuckers are scared of power. This is how you be power. I don't do no damn smile in your motherfucking face. I hold all the cards. I have all the cards. You have none. Because what I have, you need. I don't have shit you need. I mean, you don't have shit I need. You gotta come. I ain't gotta come to China for these niggas been going around begging. Africa doesn't need nothing from nobody. I don't need nothing from your ass. So when you come to me, I got a deal. I want to help. Okay, you want to help me, right? That's bullshit to begin with. You're here because you need me. Okay, cool. This is what we're gonna do. We're not giving no loans. We're not taking on your funky loans. You need these rare earth minerals. What you're gonna do? You're gonna build a processing factory here in Africa, and then in 5 years you're gonna transfer that technology to us, or you don't get none of it. You get that? That's the deal. You take it or you fucking leave it. Or they gotta take it. Know why? Because power. They need it. Because it ain't in China. It ain't in America. It's in the ground of Africa. So you'll take that deal. Of course, they want to go to war with me. Of course, because they want to take it. They want to go to war with me. I've already. That's a contingency plan. I've already understood. So I made my people understand. Hey, these people are going to want to go to war with us because they want to steal what we have. They want to keep African people impoverished. That's the scam of the world. So you inform your people and you treat them as such. You don't let your people be ignorant. Don't know how the shit works. He said these people, none of these motherfuckers you see are our friends. They want what we have. We are the resource of the world. They're coming to extract shit for them, to make them wealthy on our backs. But we're not going to allow that. We're going to come into a real partnership. Okay? You want our resources? Cool. We with it. We know you ain't got it. So this is what's going to happen. And my people, my people ready for fucking war. And you can keep your fake 500 million, your fake billion Chinese motherfuckers. You keep that fake ass number. You keep that fake number. If you want to go over to war with us in Africa, China will cease to exist. China will cease to motherfucking exist. Now you'll do it. You'll do it. or you won't exist as a country. These minerals that made you rich, you making phones and clocks and cars, it comes from my soil, comes from Africa. See, China has no resources. Europe has no resources. Comes from my land. And motherfucker, if you want to go to war to get my shit, then that's what's going to happen. Now break your motherfucking back. See, that's the dirty secret of Africans. No more cowardice. They're going to want to go to war with you because they believe you're supposed to be poor. That's their racism. They believe you're supposed to be poor. And you need to know that. Go ahead, Joby.
Building highways, railways, ports, and energy infrastructure.
Building
Chinese
ports.
companies are striking direct deals with African nations, cutting out Western corporations that have historically monopolized Africa's natural wealth. And these deals are changing the game. In Ethiopia, China built the first modern electric railway in East Africa. In Nigeria, China is constructing massive tech hubs. In the Democratic Republic of Congo, China has secured exclusive cobalt mining agreements. Essential for electric.
You know this fake ass shit? They got kids in cobalt mines in the Congo. China has exclusively. This is all fake ass, goofy propaganda talk. None of the shit China does benefits any African countries. None of it. None of it. It's for their benefit because these morons have allowed China to be their new enslavers. You got people 5 and 6 years old, these cobalt mines. You know why? Because Chinese don't like your stupid ass. They're not going to be your fucking friend. So what is this AI talking about? Oh, Chinese came in and got cobalt mines in Africa and Congo. Yeah, at the detriment of African people. At the benefit. African people not making no money. Also, how's China come in and benefit me and they paying a motherfucker $1 a day, 50 cents a day? What are you talking about? None of these countries, African people, are here to benefit you. They think you're stupid. They think you're dumb. They think you're childish. So we got to be honest. Can't be playing silly games as children. They don't like us. They think you're stupid. They think you're back. This is what Chinese people really believe. They think black people are stupid and back. That's a fact. It's not my opinion. That's what they think. They think you're stupid and backwards and supposed to be dominated. That's what they think. So not there to be your fucking friend. Go ahead, Joby.
Why are white people so intimidated and threatened by black men, despite their claims that black men are inferior to them and incapable of
we're
the
not.
most basic tasks?
Well, that's an easy answer to that question. And no black men are are superior to them.
We're dominant.
Listen, any playing field, be it physics or football, and we will win. Give us the same opportunities, and we will win. Because we come from a history of not trying to destroy and dominate the world, and you come from a history of trying to destroy and dominate the world.
That's all I'm posing. And that's all. That's he's talking to a Caucasian man. That's all of them. Asians come from that history of trying to control and dominate and destroy the world. Caucasian, all these non-African people. You know why they do? Because they say these non-Africans all come from a culture of theft, rape, destruction, domination. Nothing's changed. This is who they are internally. Okay, so they're not going to change. That's why none of these people can ever be your fucking friend. They say, oh, our partners, our European, Asian partners. They can never be your partner, stupid, because internally they believe they're supposed to dominate and destroy you. That's what they believe. So shout out to Professor Smalls. See, that's the truth. That's their culture. That's why you got to know real history and stop fucking around smiling in people's faces. Go ahead, Joe.
White community, So you go into your medicine, and your first open heart surgery is a black man. Your first separating of Siamese twins is a black man. The creator that eventually produces your first artificial heart is a black man. You can just go on and on. A black janitor at Johns Hancock, all right, teaches your best surgeon, the janitor.
John Hopkins, yeah. This is a janitor. So let me pause that story. If you guys don't go look at the movie, go find it out on Netflix or it's on Amazon. It's called, what's it called? God created something beautiful, something like that. So this was a janitor, right? He wasn't allowed in America to become a surgeon, but he just did that to be near the medical field, right? Because they would let a black man be a janitor. So you had the best surgeon in Johns Hopkins, which is considered one of the best medical hospitals, not in America, in the fucking world. Johns Hopkins, you can look that up, is considered one of the best medical hospitals in the world, right? So you had this black janitor teach this surgeon how to operate on people. No, something God has made, something God has made, something like that. But this black janitor taught this surgeon how to do heart surgery, how to make sticks, because he just wanted to be around medicine, but he was black. And they wouldn't allow him to do it because he's black. They know you dominate everything you do. If you're given the same benefits, they don't. They want to keep you as a slave, like these puppets. Hey, go work as somebody's maid. Motherfucker, I'm not being your motherfucking maid. Got me fucked up. Because you always dominate. He was the maid. He was the janitor. Oh, that was called Something the Lord Has Made. And then, remember, you guys want to go see a movie good? Something the Lord Has Made. He was a servant, teaching a surgeon how to operate on people. As a janitor. Go ahead, Joe.
School. Give me a break. You got a TV set because of a black man. You got a cell phone because of a black man. You got a touchstone because of a black woman. You got the video game because of a black man. You got the internet because of a brother from Ghana, Nigeria or Ghana, I think the brother's from. You got when we send messages on the computer.
We got the airplane because of a black man. You got the automobile, the car because of a black man. And you went around talking about you're inferior. White Jesus, white Allah. You're fucking mind. Can't show me shit the Arabs made.
What do you call it? Email. You have the email because of a black Indian man. And it's just going. All of the technology that you're using was created for your corporations by African peoples.
Most people, when we say Afro-American, they think only of the Negroes in the United States, but they don't realize that 2/3 of Brazil consists of people of African blood, which means they're also Afro-American because Brazil is in South America. And in all of these, many of these countries in South America and Central America, Colombia, and even in Canada, they are heavily populated with people whose ancestors came from Africa. So when you total up the number of Afro-Americans, real Afro-Americans, in the Western Hemisphere, there are perhaps 100 million. And if these people ever unite among themselves, not only is it necessary for the Afro-Americans in the United States to be organized, but it's also necessary for the Afro-Americans in the Caribbean, or the Afro-Cubans, the Afro-Brazilians. It's necessary for all of them to be organized. And then once they're organized in each place, we have to organize among ourselves so that the Afro-American in the United States will be working in conjunction in a coordinated program with those who are in Cuba and those in Brazil and those in Venezuela and those throughout the Caribbean and Haiti and in the West Indian Islands. And in this way, we actually get strength. And it's not an accident that there's no organization existing in the Western Hemisphere that's designed for that end. It would be a direct threat to imperialism as it really exists.
They'll wipe it out.
As it exists in the West.
That's what the Panthers started to do, Malcolm, when you said that. That's what the Panthers tried to do. And they got wiped out. Black unity is a threat to white power. You need to know that. And stop trying to act like you don't. Like these people are your friends. They want to be your buddy. Black unity is a threat to white power. You understand that? Because they designated us as to be the servants of the world. Go ahead, Joey.
And one of the things that's going to help to bring this about is the independence of Africa. And one of the only reasons that we in the West have never organized, we have hated our image and our African image.
Because Africa's been destroyed.
In the hands of people who have created an image of Africa that's negative and hateful.
Negative, exactly. That's why you got these pretendians on TikTok. Every damn one of these fucking lives is one of these pretending. Okay, pretending. Let me break your back, because most of you stupid as shit. Okay, you say you're an Indian. Okay, fuck all this. Okay. You don't know the difference between an ethnic group and a race. There's no Indian race. No American Indian race. As race of people, you have Mongoloids with the Chinese, Japanese, and all these other people, right? You have an African race, which is a Negro race. That's a race, not an ethnic group, not a Kikuyu, not a Lu, not a Yoruba, not a goddamn Hauser. What race are you? Not your goofy ethnic group. I don't give a damn about your fucked up ethnic group. What race are you? You got a Caucasoid race. You got a Negroid race. These are races. So since you're pretending, are you not part of the Negroid race, which is African? Because you say you're not African, then what racial group are you? See, I put you in a bind because you don't understand that. Huh? Now you're fucked up in the head, critically thinking again. What race do you come from? There is no pretendian race. There is no Indian race. So are you part of the African, which is called the Negroid race? See, I got you, huh? I got you, stupid. I got you, because you'd have to be African. That's a race, not an ethnic. You want to say you're an ethnic group? Cool. What race are you? What race? Because it's an African race. Because you damn sure ain't a Caucasoid, and you ain't a Mongoloid. The next race is Negroid, African. See, I break you morons' backs every time. So that means you're African then, stupid. And how much pretendian shit you do. You're part of the Negroid African race. Race. I'm not African. I'm not an African. I'm not an African. Okay? You're not African. What race are you? Don't give me your goofy ethnic group. What race are you? Yeah. Busted. Busted, dummy. Go ahead, Joby.
We haven't wanted to identify with it. But now that Africa is getting independent and in a position to
They don't want to identify because Africa, exactly. This is what we still deal with. They don't want to deal with Africa. Africa is seen as poor, backward, stupid. I'm not an African. Them niggas are stupid. They shitting holes. They never built no civilization. I'm not no dumbass African. So what Malcolm X is saying is true. It still applies today. That's what you're seeing.
Those of us in the West look at the African image and see how positive it is. We begin to identify with it. We become proud of Africa, and we become proud of our African blood, our African heritage. And this is what is beginning to make the Africans in the Western Hemisphere today have developed more race pride. And as this race pride develops, then it has a tendency to make us want to get together and work together.
Race, pride, race. That's your fucking goofy ethnic group. What is your race? What is your race? I'm African. My race is African, or what they call Negroid. My race is African. I'm in your goofy ethnic group. Now you goofy FBAs, that's your ethnic group. What race are you? What's your fucking race? Yeah, it goes right back to Africa again. I know you hate it. You look in the mirror, you see an African. Boo, nigga, boo. Go ahead, Joe.
Western imperialists and colonialists consider this to be a grave threat. More threat than communism or Marxism or socialism.
That's right.
Or anything
African
else.
is a threat.
Yeah, so we're not just talking about the numbers, but we're talking about how unity is so important towards Black people for us to achieve a common goal, literally, or a common interest that we all have: freedom, good leadership, and literally history also very applying, being very important. But as we get closer to winding up, we have ECOWAS, which is our major conversation. Apart from just looking at Nigeria, how they are being used to betray the countries that are trying to attain independency, we seem like Guinea-Bissau actually has stood up to its decision, because remember they had a coup just 2 weeks ago, and we had ECOWAS which went to the country.
It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool. Always accurate. ECOWAS is a fake European organization, like the AU. It supports white people. Nothing to do about African people. That's why the AU's in that bootlicking country called Ethiopia. Bunch of bootlicking half-breeds, non-African. That's why it's over there. And ECOWAS is a fake organization controlled by white people. Okay, for their benefit, to keep these goofy puppets in power and make sure all the resources, the money from the resources, flow to white people and keep African people underdeveloped and impoverished. That's the scam. Because you got to ask yourself over and over again, how is Africa poor? I mean, how's Africa so wealthy and its people are poor? See, there's a dichotomy there. You got to, critical thinking, make it make sense. How's Africa so wealthy and its people are poor? Something's not adding up. There's some kind of scam going on.
Yeah, but listen to this. We have
West African leaders have rejected a transition program announced by Guinea-Bissau's military rulers, calling instead for a swift return to constitutional order and warning of targeted sanctions
a swift return to white people ruling, a swift return to white people taking all our resources. See, these are all bootleg puppet niggas. Understand? These are all bootlegs. They work for white people. They don't work for African people. That's why they're there. That's why they put in power, to make sure the white man's interest is the first thing. So they have no voice. Who cares what they say? People already know what they were going to say. We want a quick thing back to white people. And white people must rule Guinea from behind the scenes, and all the resources must make white people rich, and you niggas going to be maids and slaves in people's homes. Okay? That's what we want. Go ahead.
Yeah, this was very much expected.
The position was reaffirmed on Sunday in Abuja, where heads of state met for the 68th summit of the Ecowas.
Heads of state. There are no African heads of state except the Sahel. None of these Negroes run shit but their nasty mouths. That's it. Go ahead, Joe.
Development. Today, that democratic order is being tested.
Democratic order
of unconstitutional changes of government threatening our regional stability.
This is what a bunch of weak African men look like. These are all puppets and cowards. Everyone in this building is a coward and a puppet. That's what you got to start understanding. Every one of these niggas, from niggas, not Negroes, every one of these traitors ass niggas are cowards and puppets of white people. Every last one of them. There's no exception to this rule. Everyone in that building is a coward and has white dick in their mouth. Okay? These are facts. Go ahead, Joe.
Weakens our collective future. The instability in Guinea-Bissau and the attempted coup d'etat in Benin remind us that democracy requires constant vigilance.
And attempted, like Joe said, it wasn't a coup, it was an attempted revolution in Benin. Like Joey's calling them with that, they're revolutions. They're not coups. See, and these bootlegging niggas are there to stop black people from getting their wealth back. See, this is about money. About money.
Exactly. This was very much expected. We're going to be having ECOWAS, then next we're going to see the African Union following as well. We're going to see the AU, the EU calling for dialogues and all that bunch of things. The IMF withdrawing from funding them, all that, so that they can threaten them. But Ibrahim Traore again set a very good example. You can survive without these fake operations. You clearly
Exactly, because you have all the resources, Africa. They can't threaten you with their fake paper, their fake loans.
yeah, it's clearly evident that you can see corporations are
Understand that
plotting
they need your shit. That's why they're begging Venezuela. They've been trying to oust Venezuela, kill them. And you got behind the scenes, the white people of America begging Venezuela for their oil. Please let us put our dollar on your oil. When you're trying to kill me, overthrow me, that I'm running drugs, all lies.
It's crazy. I've seen the videos lately. Now they were killing people, claiming in the name of drugs. On the other end, they're stealing a bunch of oil. Super,
Of
super.
course. Exactly. For them,
Drum,
for them, Joe, it's always, everything they say is a lie, Joe. They don't give a fuck about nobody's benefit economically. It's about white people stealing resources. That's what's got them on top of the world, Joe. By brutal savagery, by killing, invading people's countries with military weapons and overthrowing them and stealing their resources.
Drum Mosquito, karibu sana. Hope you're doing and I hope you're doing great today. Says that Kenyan woman is married to a white man here in the
I know, exactly. That's why I pay no attention to her ass. You're like, hey, African. Listen, lady, go talk to your white man and your half-breed kids who are enemy to African people. Stop it. That's right. Once you marry a white man, step outside of African problems. They don't concern them. You can't pretend to be a Pan-African and don't even marry your own people. Okay? But other people, you marry your enemy who the ones trying to wipe us out. And your half-breed kids, the role of the bastard in African history. You keep making more bastards. We got to say no to you. Okay? You don't get to come in and happen that. Shut the fuck up. They gonna worry about what's happening in Europe, lady. We don't need to talk in them. You know, pick your side.
Shout out to Samuel
Pick
as
your
well.
side.
Says, yeah, I never understood that about the whole FBA thing. In the end, you're an African, Japanese, Cambodian, Filipino
That's
are
how
groups, but all are Asian.
they're Asian, they're Mongolians, exactly. They see that's when you punch them in the face, Samuel. They get to talking, we're not African. Okay. Let me boil down to racial groups. These are the racial groups. Mongolian, you're Mongoloid, you're Caucasoid, or you're Negroid, which is African. So you're not Negroid, you're not African. Because you're damn sure not Mongoloid, and you're damn sure not Caucasoid. What are you? They get yeah, racial group. That's your goopy ass, fake ass ethnicity you're trying to make. What race are you? Oh, you go right back to Africa. Sorry, nigga. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
You look in the mirror, there's an African looking right back at you. Boo! Boo, nigga. Boo!
Oh yeah, much love, family. That's what we're gonna wrap it up with today's conversation. We're gonna come back with much more news and updates, maybe on the Rhythm Scoop Show. But Wharton is coming back with Let's Pop, catch up with her and see what's happening on today's conversation. Later on, we have the Africa Today Show as well. Ensure you catch up with what shall be happening. Peace and love to you all.
Like Malcolm X said, you don't even attach to Africa because there's been many changes.